While Guildford remains an area of outstanding natural beauty, property owners have always wondered whether it's better to live in Burpham or in Merrow. They're very similar and they offer good quality family housing, schools and local shops, leisure facilities and transport links. The village of Merrow is located in the north-east of Guildford, 2 miles from the town centre, situated on the edge of the hills that form the North Downs. Merrow could trace its origins back many hundreds of years, with its former name meaning fat, which is probably referring to the high fertility of the land. The village grew up around a crossroads, which is now the A25 road between Guildford and Leatherhead, and the original road, Merrow Street, at which I'm standing now. This would have connected travellers for Burpham making journeys to Dorking. Merrow remained a relatively small settlement right up until the 1950s, when the Bushy Hill estate was built. This development had several hundred houses, was originally all council owned, but since the 1980s many have passed into private ownership. Further expansion occurred in the mid-1980s, when the Merrow Park development was built, completely surrounding the old houses in Merrow Street. Comprising several hundred houses and flats, Merrow Park is often considered a suburb in its own right, as it has its own shops, school and doctor's surgery. The median pricing of houses in Merrow is £500,000, though this might have increased slightly in the last year, with houses on the Linden development at Redland Close having sold for up to £1.6 million each. Merrow has experienced excellent capital growth over the last 20 years, with most houses more than tripling in value at around 365%. On the other side of the railway track is the village of Burpham. This area is home to the largest secondary school, George Abbott, a parade of small shops, and the nationally recognised Sutherland Memorial Park, used for sporting and leisure pursuits. Similarly to Merrow, Burpham also has a mix of housing, including the Whaley Farm and Weybrook Farm developments, built more or less in the same time as Merrow Park. The jewel in the crown is Abbott's Wood, a private development located close to Stoke Park and built as a garden suburb in the arts and crafts style by the well-known architect Alfred Claude Buckingham. The median price of property in Burpham is lower at £325,000. This reflects the many starter homes and flats situated in Weybrook and Whaley Farms. One of the reasons why Burpham tends to be a popular place to live is that families often have children going to George Abbott School, so there's always demand for 3 to 4 bedroom houses. Burpham has experienced a capital growth over the last 20 years of 380%. So on that basis, Burpham may have been the most popular village, but as both areas are difficult to separate in terms of all that they have to offer homeowners, it is impossible to determine which area is the better to live in. But if you want to have a chat about the comments here or about property in Guildford in general, then by all means use the following contact details and I'd be delighted to have a chat with you soon. All the best.